So suppose you are new to Archicad and your wall height is always 3 meters as a default, and you want to change that height to something unique, something different that can accommodate your standard. So as you can go to 3D, you can see this is our wall, this is it's just a random room. If we go to south elevation, you can see our story levels. It says 3000, which is 3 meters from ground floor to our first story level. So suppose you want to change this height to a lesser height, we can also go back to ground floor and let us go to document and let us create a section. Let us create a cutting plane. Also, you can see in our section elevation that our story height is 3 meters from ground floor to we'll go back to ground floor. Firstly, you want to highlight, click Shift Control G to ungroup. Let me work on the front. Okay, let me put a door first. Go to design and go to door tool. I want to put a door maybe right here, just for demonstration purposes. When you go to south elevation, as you can see, let's put our door straight to 0, and when you go back to 3D, this is what we have. Now we don't have a slab. Go back to south elevation, you can see our wall still 3 meters, and I divided the walls into single walls such that when I select this wall, it only selects this one or this one. So I want to change the height of this wall. I'm going to select it, open the properties of the wall. You're gonna go to geometry and position. So then you can see the properties here. You can see the properties here. Then this when it says to project to 0, this will be your floor level, this will be your natural ground level or from your slab. This and this is the same thing. So as you can see here, this is the current measurement of the wall height, which is 3 meters. So this will be the end point of the wall, so top level point of the wall. So suppose you want to make it 2.6 meters, you're going to say 3000, which is 3 meters, minus 400. You're going to key in minus 400, which will make the wall to be 2600. As you can see, it changes here from here to here. Now will be 4000, will be 2600. Then you click OK or enter. Then the height of this wall will change. When you go back to 3D, you can see now our current wall is 2.6 meters. And when you go back to south elevation, you can see that now it's 2.6 meters. You can press M to measure. You measure from your ground level to your current new wall height, wall plate, which is 2.6 meters, as you can see. So if you go back to our building section, you can see this is our south side, this is our side, and this is how we've changed the measurement. You can go ahead into 3D. You can go ahead to change all the walls to 2.6 meters by pressing Alt and left click the wall you've just changed, then press Control Alt and click the wall you want to change. Control Alt, left click, Control Alt, left click. Now when you go back to south elevation, you can see that all your walls are level now to 2.6 meters. When you press M to measure, left click from ground floor to your wall plate, it's 2.6 meters. When you go back to your section elevation, you can see that all your walls now are level on the same wall plate and also in your 3D. So let's move our section tool to the door. As you can see, this is our door. From our door frame to our wall plate, it is half meter, which is 500. So that's how you change your wall height from default to your custom wall settings. So suppose you want to change or add from above your first story level, there are various ways you can do it. First being the simple way to do it, when you click the wall, you open your properties, you add. So since here we subtracted 400 to make it 2.6 meters. Now in order to make it 3.4 meters, you're gonna remove the subtract sign. You're gonna let it be a positive number, or let's just say you want to make it 1 meters. We want to make it 4 meters. As you can see now, it changes to 4 meters. You're gonna click OK. Go back to 3D. As you can see, now this wall is 4 meters from ground to wall plate. It's 4 meters. So if you go back to, let us open our east elevation. As you can see, this is our south wall and this is our east wall. So from south, now it is 4 meters from ground to our wall plate. It is 4 meters. The rest remains 2.6 meters, as you can see. So that's how you can customize your wall. Or alternatively, the most complicated way, you can go to first story. Since our south facing wall is above our first story level, it will show in the first story and also in our ground floor, but in our first story it will show in a different way. So to bring up your ground floor plan, go to this side on your right hand side panel, right click on your ground floor, then click show as trace reference. Your ground floor plan will be visible as a trace. and then you can go back to design wall tool, Control T to bring up your properties. You will realize that now your to project 0 is 3 meters, because as a default in Archicad your elevations are in 3 meters. Your ground floor 0 to first story is 3 meters. So that's why when you bring up your wall properties, it tells you that 3 meters. So I will do another video to show you how you can adjust those settings. So you have to remember that your wall plate for your ground floor starts at 2.6 meters. So you have to change this. You have to change this to minus. You have to change it to minus 400. Then it will simply tell you that it starts from minus 3,400. So click OK and you can start building this wall. Then go back to 3D. As you can see now, okay, we have our wall like this. It was supposed to start from 2,600, not minus 400. So we're going to change to 2,600, and it will tell you from the wall height. The wall height will remain 3,000, but from minus 400 above your ground wall. So click OK. That's it. As you can see now, it starts from exactly where the ground floor wall ends. That's where it starts. So to change the height, you can go back to change the height to align it with this one. You can either do it like this from your 3D. You can click a hotspot and then click the change stretch height tool like this to align it like this, and then that's how it's done. So you can delete this since it was just an error. That's how you can do it, or you can click Control Z again to go back to your one story. Click the wall, Control T to open the properties, and you can subtract here to make it the 1.4, which will be minus 1,600. Okay, I think it's 1.8. Okay, click OK. You go back to your 3D, you will see, okay, we missed it, but still I hope you can understand what I was talking about. I missed the calculation. So that's how you affix your walls. That's how you affix your walls. If you can go back to our building section, let us move it, because we want to see the side of the east facing side. I'm going to rotate the section to face the west. Go back. Now you can see this is our 2.6 meters. From our 2.6 meters, this is where our second story begins. in our 3D. Let me just change the surface for you to see. As you can see, this is a different wall and this is another different wall. This is how you can build double-story houses. This is how you can construct double-story houses. This is a single wall. These are two different walls. Like for example, you can move this, shift Control T. You can move this, but you can move this and remain with this. But if you move this one, it will move as a single wall. So that's how you construct, change it by changing your wall heights and so on. So that's how you construct walls and playing with the wall heights. From me, I'm done here. Hope to see you in another video, and I hope this was not long and took much of your time, but I hope you get it. If you don't understand or if you need more clarity, feel free to drop a comment or feel free to contact me directly by my email. But I suggest that you drop a comment so that I can also assist you where others need the same assistance. I'm out. You know, I don't normally say my goodbyes, but I'm out.